Alright, I'm here in Oklahoma, and this is at our Dollar General. And I asked the lady, I said, are y'all's freezers broken or down? She said no, that they just haven't had any shipments in over 3 weeks. So when people talk about the shortages and everything that's going on, they are not lying. Because even in here, it's freezing in here. So it's just absolutely nuts that this is really going on. Like, this is all real. All shortages, man. Alright.
Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being the true name for the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being the name for His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honor to the elders and the apostles of great millstone that touches truth and will well. Salutations, hopefully, like pushing the truth and no honesty and sincerity. This is Brother Yahweh Sap, which you know less the spirit power, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. This lesson is going into famines. Okay, food shortages. This is something that was prophesied within the scriptures to happen as part of the plagues to hit Egypt again. And this is modern day Egypt spiritually. So the plagues that hit ancient Egypt, the 10 plagues, the plague of the frogs, the locusts, the blood rivers, the cattle being destroyed, the fire tornadoes, the hail, all those things are going to come back and hit this place again according to scriptures. Now we're seeing more and more news articles of threats of famine. They're saying that a lot of the elites are planning things and purposely causing different shipments to sit in warehouses and not be delivered. But yet there's plenty of food out there, but somebody's orchestrating something to cause mass starvations. And ultimately, this is getting everyone to depend solely on the government for survival, because when they come out with the mark of the beast, that chip that's in your hand, unless you have that, you will not be able to purchase anything. So they're going to blame a lot of stuff on everything's going on with this whole plague that has hit, and they're going to use that to catalyze more fear and more pressure for everyone to comply with their way of quote unquote combating it, which of course is to take their potion. So these things are expected to come, and they will hit, whether it be a natural disaster to cause it or what's already causing it is something intentional. Okay. So it's about to get bad out here. Okay. And you got this article here that says how to buffer against urban shortage. There is a widespread concern that the risk of food shock, sudden disrupts to food supply, is increasing. It emerges that a city's vulnerability to food shocks can reduce by diversifying its supply chains, but the supply chains are being hindered right now intentionally. Look at the photos here: empty supermarket shelves, meats and everything like that. It might be wise to gradually just gather a little bit of extra of certain non-perishables at this time, because there's a lot of talks that there may or may not be another shutdown coming up once this recess that the government has given these people for summer is over. So we don't know for sure, but certainly the scriptures say starvations and famine coming, then it's going to happen, and we're seeing signs of warnings that it's getting ready to take place. All right. This is the book of 2nd Esdras 16:22. It says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." So if you make it and you survive the famine, you won't make it from the sword, from the gun violence and the wars and martial law and all that stuff, man. It's going to be a very difficult time to live. And if you don't have the Lord by your side to guide you with angels, giving you quote-unquote coincidental interactions to go a certain place to live and stumble across food, you're done. You will not live. Period. point blank period. You will not survive. Okay, but this is a promise that something is going to happen. Many are going to die of famine. This place is going to be hit. America has been living fat and healthy and gluttonous and greedy for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. And then meanwhile, they continue to commit acts, atrocious acts against the Heavenly Father to provoke him to anger. And the sins have certainly reached unto heaven. So this is going to come. Prepare yourselves. Okay? Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. Divers goes into heavily populated areas, such as major cities. We're already seeing pestilences. So famines and earthquakes and all the rest of that is coming, man. All right? It's coming. And it says, Lamentations 4:9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field. So this is saying it's a more peaceful way to go than to be killed from being shot than it is to die slowly of hunger. That's a bad way. It's going to cause you to be extremely violent. You're going to do anything and everything it takes to stop that pain of hunger. Everybody else is going to be experiencing the same thing. So that hunger is something that's very grievous, man. You know? So, hey, it's going to happen. But if you're a servant of the Lord, you ain't got nothing to worry about. If you're in this truth of being a Hebrew Israelite, you're following law, statutes, commandments, you're following these lessons that the brothers are teaching, the correct doctrine, the same doctrine that Great Millstone pushes. Once you're doing things the right way, you increase your chances of surviving and making it. And we're going to get that. Isaiah 65:13. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So the servants, a way the Lord can wait to work it out, will stumble across a dead Edomite's doomsday bunker that he couldn't make it to, or got killed on the way there, find his keys, find the plans of where it's at, and then go and be in that bunker eating and drinking it, and kicking it, and celebrating. Okay? That's going to happen to a lot of brothers. Or brothers will have the knowledge, survival skills, to be able to make fires and shelters and be dwelling safely in the woods and eating some venison, eating some quail, wild turkey, stumble across a bottle of a shakar, a strong drink, and be chilling in the woods, drinking it, eating and drinking. A lot of brothers, that's how they gonna be living in that day, man, because we caught our hell on this side. We catching it now before the shit hits the fan. So when shit does hit the fan, it's gonna be time for us to just be like coasting through it and looking at all y'all suffering, laughing and rejoicing at your pain. Because when you had that opportunity to get right, you spat on us, you looked down on us, you slandered us, and you didn't hearken into the warnings of the Yahweh B'Shem El Shai. So therefore, y'all gonna be hungry. Those that ain't right. Those that are, you ain't really got much to worry about, man. It's gonna be a time for us to really, rejoice and give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem El Shai for the judgment that he's going to be executing upon the earth. And here's another instance where the Lord will take care of us. It's the book of 1 Kings 17:3. It says, Get thee hence, and turn thee eastward. This is talking to Elijah. And hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. So this is the Lord telling him what to do. All right. It says, And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So the Lord will even use the animals to bring food to us, literally. In this case, the Lord used a raven, or a modern day that would be considered a crow. The crow came and dropped off food to the brother, man. A crow. So you don't have to have no thought of how you're going to survive and make it. The Lord is going to make sure his hopeful elect is taken care of. Miracles like this is going to be happening to the brothers. Don't be surprised if a mountain lion comes up with a fresh kill in his mouth and drops it at your feet and sits there licking his paws like a house cat, chilling next to you, lets you cook it and you share some of the food with him, and then takes off when he's done. That's gonna be happening, man. Same thing with bears. All that stuff gonna be happening, man. It says, so he went and did according to the word of Yahweh, for he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening. And he drank of the brook. So the ravens and crows, man, they probably went to some devil, stole a loaf of bread, flew in the sky with it, and dropped it right off to the brother, man. It says bread and flesh. So he had meat. And you know, we only eat clean meat, so your brother probably had beef or venison, you know. The good stuff, man. Had a sirloin dropped off to him. All he had to do is toss it on the fire and cook it up. You know? So hey, man, this is how we're going to be okay. This is the reward for having faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai and doing the right thing. So you have a reward. You know, in the midst of all the chaos, don't worry. Okay? We're going to be all right, but the wicked are not. So we ain't got to worry about this article, how to buffer against an urban food shortage, you know. And we have some wisdom. The Lord puts it on the spirit to you grab some extra bags of rice and beans and dried fruit, dried vegetables and things like that. Then go ahead and do it. You know, that might be your way. The Lord might be putting on a warning for you now to get what you can so you can pull through. Hey, that's how the Heavenly Father did Joseph in the scriptures. You know, he came to Pharaoh and said, hey, look, I had a dream. This is the interpretation of the dream. Starvation's coming. Y'all stock up on shit. So right now you might need to, there's nothing wrong with doing that, you know, if it's on your spirit, but don't rely on that solely and think that, you know, that's going to be the only way the Lord will take care of you. Ultimately, it's your faith. Okay, your faith and your diligence will bring that reward. So the Lord's will, this lesson is edifying. I'm going to close out, give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, touch the truth and will well. Salutations to you, hopefully like pushing this truth and all honesty and sincerity. Shalom.